My friend was like, yo, I need a shoe form for that like Air Force One on the wall. Can you grab one real quick? And I was like, yeah. And I went back in the back and there's a box of shoe forms and I got the shoe form and just put the whole thing in my ass. And I gave him the shoe form and I was like, yo, does that smell weird to you? Like I got it from the box with all of them. And he was like, what the fuck? What up, fam? Espresso Shot 285. I'm your host, Benedict Polizzi. Where are we? We're in LA. We're doing this, dude, new studio? Is this the studio that we're going to record in all the time now? I don't know. But for today, it is. Shot 285. I'm your kind of mad ex-girlfriend that you saw last weekend, and you don't know why she's still mad, but she's still a little bit mad. That's me. I'm Benny. Let's talk. But before we get started, remember that this podcast is going to drop on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Pods, and then the podcast next week is Patreon only. So alternating weeks. Next week it's on Patreon. The week after that it's on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. And then, you know, because we got to grow the Kiss Club. We got to get the Kiss Club going. And I already see some people trickling over. So remember, in the Kiss Club on Patreon, $5 a month for a live stream every Sunday. And every other podcast. So join. Help your boy. And tell your psycho friends to join. Only if they're psycho, though. That's the rule. We got one rule. Kiss me every day and tell your psycho friends about the podcast. But don't tell them if they're not psycho. Let's get into it. Espresso question of the week. Did the fam help me out with this one? During our live stream, we were like talking about which question we should do. And we came up with this. What's the crime you committed that you've never been caught for? And dude, and for me, I feel like every single day, the FBI is going to knock on my door for some shit. But it all comes back to the day when I downloaded 25 Soulja Boy songs in a row on LimeWire after school at 3 p.m. I probably downloaded 20,000 songs total. Maybe 200,000. Like every single illegal thing I did went through LimeWire. I'm talking about pictures. I'm talking about first boobs I've ever seen, LimeWire. And yeah, I've been waiting because you always heard that growing up, that like some dude got fucking arrested for like downloading music illegally. Remember that shit? I'm still waiting on my FBI agent. But I feel like that could get me. I'm kind of a bitch. I haven't really done anything wrong. When I was a kid, I used to like go in Target. This is pretty illegal, but like, how are you gonna arrest like a fucking 15-year-old freshman in high school? This is like my shit when I was 15. I'd go into Target, go to you remember they just had those big ass drawers, like dresser drawers of candy? Like all the different ones. I'd go into the Swedish Fish one and just take a handful, put it in my hoodie pocket, and just walk around Target. That's like what I did for fun. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'd still do that today, by the way. Because like Target is so peaceful, dude. And when you're just gnawing on a little red Swedish Fish. Why do they slap so hard? I love just a normal ass candy. It's not sour. There's nothing crazy going on. It's just a stupid ass gummy fish. Oh God, it's so good. I love some plain shit. Cheese pizza. Why does everybody have to fucking scream when I say I want, what kind of pizza do you want? Just cheese. Oh my God. Are you serious? Vanilla ice cream. Dude, I swear to God, I love vanilla ice cream. I don't care. You're like boring. What the fuck? No, dude. Every single time I go get ice cream, I want vanilla deep down, but I get like peer pressured into buying some crazy shit. And I'm like, I don't even want this. Yeah, stealing Swedish Fish and walking around a Target for 15 hours. I guess it's a crime, but like, you know, why is he in jail? Oh, this, you know, I did a lot of this kind of shit when I was in high school. It's like not a crime, but it's like, dude, it's just kind of like a pain in the ass for other people, you know? Like, my mom had this big ass box of tennis balls because she's a tennis instructor. And it was just in our, like, dead tennis balls, like tennis balls that just sucked. I don't know why we had them, but there was just a big ass box of them. Me and my friends took them and threw them off the highway. Like the bridge, you know what I mean? There's like a highway and then there's a bridge on top. We just got out of the car with this big ass box of tennis balls and threw that shit over. So there's just like 48 tennis balls in the middle of this fucking street. Wouldn't that be some cool shit? If you were driving and you just saw a bunch of tennis balls, I wouldn't be scared. I'd just be like, and one of them hit a semi and the semi lost control and it fucking blew up on the side of the road. But I mean, we didn't need to say all that. Yeah, I was a big vandalism dude. Like just because I was scared to do anything real like crimey. I was like, I'll just fucking vandalize something. Who really cares? It's like a funny joke. We like took someone's Christmas decorations. I can't believe I'm saying this shit. The house that like goes off the chain for Christmas and has like all the shit in the front yard, like the big ass inflatable fucking snowman and shit like that. We took all those and we put them all on the neighbor's house. like big ass like the winter ball thing, the snow globe, like in the neighbor's yard. So the neighbor woke up and was like, it's so lame, but like that's the shit I did. Yes, let's hear your shit. What'd you do? What's the crime you committed that you haven't been caught for? Let's hear it.
So I really am like a pretty good civilian. I don't like breaking rules, but like the olive bars at Whole Foods or whatever, like I always steal one or two. I have to. I love olives, but I don't also want to like commit myself to like buying $30 worth of olives. I just want one.
Hey, you know what it is? It's just part of the game. Whole Foods? You gonna jack the prices up? I'm stealing stuff. Part of the game. Is it a sin? No. I think when I steal things from Whole Foods, God's like, yeah, it's part of the game. You know what I mean? You ever like negotiate with God or whoever the fuck you believe in? This has turned into a religion podcast real quick. Dude, I will say some shit and be like, I think God would rock with that. Like if I stole a hard-boiled egg from Whole Foods and they're charging me like $14 for 10 hard-boiled eggs, like, bro, it's like buy 10, get one free. Like, it's part of the deal. I will steal everything from Whole Foods, though. I did actually turn into a little bit of a thief. I'll fill up that. You guys know me in the hot bar, bro. Me and the hot bar have a toxic relationship. I'll fill up my hot bar box just like an incredible amount of food. Like the amount of chicken that could feed a family of 6. In my bitch ass, you know when that trick you do at the airport when you weigh your luggage? I do that with the Whole Food scale. And I put it on there and I just put it on like this much of the chickens on the scale. Dude, 26 cents for chicken that could feed a fucking football team. And one time I picked the wrong box and the customer had to come over there. Oh, dude, this cringe moment of the week right here. Cringe moment of the week when I got caught stealing at Whole Foods. And the cashier lady was just like, you piece of shit. I had a soup container full of hard-boiled eggs. And I weighed them for like nothing. And the checkout lady came up to me and she was like, what's in there? And I was like, soup. And she's like, yeah. And she was like, okay. And she wasn't even going to make me open it so she could look. I just did it because I'm an idiot. And I was like, soup, look. And I like wanted there to be soup in there so bad, but there was just like 40 compressed hard-boiled eggshells with no yolk. Because I like doctored them up when I was at the salad bar taking the yolk out of the eggs. Is anybody psycho like that? Bro, I'll sit by the hard-boiled eggs and take each individual yolk out, pack it down in a soup container, and ring it up for 26 cents and leave Whole Foods. But she caught me. She goes, that's not soup. And I was like, just so guilty. And then the real total was like $9.29. I was like, oh my God, I'm a bitch. I just paid $10 for fucking hard-boiled eggshells. But I feel you. You can take stuff. Whenever there's a bar, like they know. That's the chance you take when you're a food establishment and you have an open bar. Like of like build your own. You're getting got. Like remember the frozen yogurt places were jumping off like 5 years ago? You had Orange Theory. God, that was such a phase, huh? All those frozen yogurt joints. All in the back of our heads the whole time when we were eating frozen yogurt like that every single day. We were thinking, why am I not just at Dairy Queen? But I would pile some shit on there too. Just so many sprinkles. I'm a little fucking bitch for sprinkles. What's wrong with them? Yeah, you're getting got. Steal an olive, you know? Who's going to do anything? She stole a fucking olive. Dude, my dad used to, I've said this probably every single podcast. My dad used to walk into the grocery store with me. And he used to, this is why I thought it was okay. My dad used to take, dude, this is such a my dad thing. He would go to the bins with all the candy in them, and he'd go and what's the big ass like raisin? The big raisin? It's what's it called? God damn it. I know you guys are saying it right now. Big raisin. What's it called, bro? Types. What can I think of it? Oh my God. This is going to drive me nuts. Oh my God. I don't know what it's called. I'm tripping right now. But you know the big raisin that kind of looks like a bug cocoon? My dad would take that and, dude, he'd take like 4 and just eat them while we were like looking for like milk and eggs and stuff. And I was like, oh, I guess you can just kind of take stuff out of there. Why not? He'd do it with chocolate covered pretzels. What the fuck are those things called? I don't know. God, that's pissing me off. But yeah, he'd pick the wild cards, man. My mom would do the same shit. Like, my mom would buy Wheat Thins at the store, and we'd be walking around like shopping, and she would open the Wheat Thins and start eating them like what in the store. Is that some gross shit? Is that some redneck? She'd eat like half a box of Wheat Thins and then she'd check them out. And I'd be like, you were that hungry. My mom's whole entire diet was Wheat Thins and wine though, which I completely understand. Let's keep going. What's the crime you committed that you haven't been caught for?
The link that you put in your story, for whatever reason, the microphone kept fucking up. Anyway, without further ado, I love you, criminal Milky Boy. Wow. So, I was in St. Simon. Shit, that gave it away. I was in a beach town, back in college with old girl. And we were there for a little romantic getaway for a week, whatever, yada, yada, yada. We go to this area, 100 yards through the spider-infested woods. Horrifying, but a beautiful view at 4 a.m. it was. So we get there, on the beach, right? To my right is the lady. To the left is a bunch of sand. In that sand was a net. On top of that net was a sign that read something along the lines of, sea turtles are here, don't take them, it's a felony, whatever. So basically, I was like, holy shit, these are fucking sea turtle eggs. So, shit, let me continue this in part 2.
Dude, I really like where this is going, actually.
So, we ended up taking like a half a dozen sea turtle eggs because I'm thinking, holy shit, how cool would it be to have a 7-foot-long turtle in Lake Lenny? Fuck, I gave it away too. In the lake where we live by. And apparently that's a felony. So, you know, that kind of happened. And, you know, now I'm thinking, fuck, what if the feds are listening? Fuck it, man. They ain't part of the clubhouse. Dude. Anyway, they're not part of the Espresso fam, bro. So anyway, that happened. That was the crime. And, yeah, sea turtles don't apparently live in fresh water. So that was the last time the sea turtles were seen. Oh yeah, that plus just my addiction to coleslaw. I'm a slaw slut, dude. Give me a racetrack gas station. Give me a hamburger from there that's definitely 4 days old and dry as a rock. Give me that and some slaw, and I love it. Ah, fuck.
I love Milky Boy. I love you, Milky Boy. Oh, whoa. Dude, in the live stream we had on Sunday in Patreon, he said he stole a box of coleslaw from a gas station, and that is the epitome of this podcast. That's what we do. But cringe moment of the week. Cringe moment of the week. Part 2. One time, dude, I never paid for food in college. Like this is just was on some random shit. This has nothing to do with Milky Boy's story. But I never paid for food in college. I would always get it from my dad. I'd always get it from like someone else's parents. I would get it from school. Like I just wasn't paying for food. I'm still like that today. Nah, I buy so much food. It's fucked up. But I'm not paying for food in college. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner. And my dad's like, you got food? That's like my dad's number one question. Anytime he sees me, he's like, you got food? And I always say no. Even if I have food, I'm like, no. And then he'll fucking buy like 3 footlongs from Subway, and I'll just keep them, and I'll just mow one of them down immediately. But he's like, I got some cheeseburgers I made on the George Foreman grill, like in this Tupperware thing. And I'm like, why the fuck does he have those in his car? Whatever, I'll take them because I didn't give a shit. And I was like, all right, bet. So I've got like 5 hamburgers for tonight that I'm just gonna eat. This is psycho. And George Foreman food like is super dry. Like when he said that hamburger at the gas station was hard as a rock, these are George Foreman, dude. My dad would press down on that shit. My dad's a psycho for like fat contents in food. So when he saw the grease strips for the first time on the George Foreman, bro, he was like, oh yeah. So that's disgusting. That's his fetish. So the burgers are dry, and I'm raised on eating bad food because of like nutrition. My parents were freaks. They didn't even let me eat like mayonnaise or anything like that. So I was like, I'll eat kind of anything. Like if food's really bad, I'm like, I don't know, bro. I've been eating shit like this my whole life. Like it's not bad to me. Like you could make the worst food for me and I'd be like, pretty good. You know what I'm talking about? Like it doesn't even matter. Like I'm just gonna have a good attitude about it, even if it's really bad. It really have to be like a cup of mud, and I'd be like, it could use some like ice cream or something, but like so I've got these 5 hamburgers, and I'm like putting so much mustard and ketchup on them because they're dry, but also I don't give a fuck. I'm like, it's like food. I don't care. And I have this girl over, and this is in college, and she's like, I'm so hungry. And I'm like, I have these hamburgers. And I was like, and this was a girl that like kind of didn't give a shit either. So I was like, all right, she's down for whatever. Fuck it. It'll be easy. Just like give her one. So I was like, oh, you want me to like warm it up? That's as sexy as it gets for me. You want me to like warm it up? Fuck. And she was like, yeah, I don't care. And I did. And I put ketchup and mustard on it. And I was like, yeah. And I just like forgot that my dad made them on the George Foreman grill. And I think that she thought that they were from like a restaurant, like Slider type shit from like I don't know, Cheeseburger in Paradise maybe. And she was like halfway through, and she's like, "This is fucking disgusting, dude." And I was like, "Really?" Like that's just how off I am. Like that's just how off my taste buds are. I'll eat anything, and it's kind of a problem. Because, like, when people ask me if the food's good, I'm always just like, bro, my bar is low for food. I've been eating nothing my whole life. So back to Milky Boy's voice message. He stole turtle eggs. That's so fucked up. Another. I'm like outing myself on this podcast. I don't really care. Another crime that I committed that I should have definitely been like arrested for. Dude, me and my friend at this summer camp. This is a bad start. It sounds bad, but we were fishing and I've never fished before, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I was just like, I don't even know if I'm gonna tell this story. Dude, all right, this is some like kid shit, all right? So like I wasn't all there. We're fishing, and every fish we catch, we're just throwing them like on the dock, dude, because we don't know. I'm like, put the fish on the dock so they can see how many we caught. And the fish are like almost dying, like flipping around and shit. And I didn't really know. And the camp counselor came back and he's like, bro, what are you guys doing? And it was me and this dude on the dock fishing with like 43 fish behind us on the dock. Like kind of like alive, kind of dead. And he like just starts like scooting them in the water with his feet. He's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Just like scooting fish with his feet into the pond. We're like, I don't know. I thought you wanted to like see how many fish we caught. Yeah, that shit was bad. Let's keep going.
So a crime I committed and got away with. So I had hella hit this methy person with my car. Like I'm talking about homie rolled onto the hood and onto my windshield and off. And his bike went flying like 5 feet. So naturally I tried to call the cops on myself and the ambulance because it's not nice to hit people. But he refused it. And all I had to do was pay him $40, get him a pack of cigarettes and 2 Four Locos. Gotta love methy people.
God, that's fucking, what a deal. Hold on, was he in a car or just the guy got hit?
Hella hit this methy person with my car. 2 Four Locos.
Hold on, what was
cigarettes and 2 Four Locos. $40, get him a pack of cigarettes and 2 Four Locos.
Jesus Christ, that dude is just in Panama City on spring break. $40, cigarettes and 2 Four Locos. That was like a couple of people's whole diet on spring break. Every time I drive, I think I hit somebody with my car. Is that normal? Like every single time I get in the car, I'm like, somebody's gonna die. God, what a deal. I love people that are just like, fuck, you hit me? All right. Give me $20 and a pack of baseball cards. I'm like, oh, you're so easy to deal with. Thank you. More people need to be like that, dude. People are fucking idiots. I'm like, dude, if somebody hit me with their car and I like wasn't really hurt, I would do the same shit. Be like, just give me a gift card to the Cheesecake Factory. Like, we'll call it even. Because I don't want to like go to court and fill out paperwork. And you probably like, it probably felt good. You ever feel like getting hit by a car, like kind of like in the ass would feel kind of good? You're like, oh shit, right here. And then you get to go to the Cheesecake Factory after that. Deal. I'm taking you to court. I slipped a disc in my back. You start like embellishing things. I'm like, bro, just shut the fuck up. I didn't mean to hit you with my car. Like, can we be real here? If I was going to hit you with my car, I would have fucking obliterated you. Can we be real here? You hit me with your car, like, I just need some like eight Subway cookies and I'm cool. It's not that big of a deal. Can I have the raspberry cheesecake ones? You know what? Tack on 2 more peanut butter since you hit me twice. Bye.
I don't know if this is a crime or not. In high school, at different parties, depending on where it took place, my friends and I thought it'd be funny to upper deck the toilets on the upstairs.
Love it.
Just like a single toilet. Is that a crime?
I think that's fine. That's just a little mischief. Just a little mischief. If you're having a party, you got to understand, you can't get mad. If you're having a party, you can't get mad when party shit happens. I had a party and party stuff happened. No shit, dude. You're having a party, like people are going to be idiots. And that's the trade-off. Like your shit's going to get stolen. People are going to throw up. Like people are going to run off weird places and like break your stuff and like shit in the, like, dude, like, come on. Is it a crime? What'd you eat beforehand? But, yeah. That's the best part about parties is shit's going to get all fucked up and weird and you got to explain it the next day. Yeah, I had a party at my mom's and And dude, everyone there was just throwing like stuff over the fence. Like as like, I don't know. Cause like we had a backyard and people were just tossing stuff over the fence. Like just you name it, dude. There's probably weird shit. There's probably like a hot dog, a weird bottle of like Diet Mountain Dew, one of those long skinny ones. I hate those. But my neighbor came over the next morning and was like, dog. And I was like, oh shit, what was in your yard? I forgot all about this. And he was like, just come look, bro. Traffic cones. I thought it was going to be like beer cans, like on some rookie shit. The most fried shit back there ever. A cell phone. I was like, the traffic cone had me so fucked up. I think there was an arrow from a bow and arrow. I was like, what? But I was like, yeah, party shit, man. I'm really sorry. And he was like, I get it. Just clean it up. And I was like, thank you. A traffic cone. There's 4 tennis rackets back there. Like shit like that. I was like, what happened? Somebody's birth certificate. All right, let's keep going.
I don't know if this is a crime or not.
Oh, shit. Same guy. Okay. What's the date? I don't know. Hey, thanks for putting the voice messages through the new website, too. That's next level shit. Here we go. Crime you committed, but you never got caught for.
So I used to be really good at stealing when I was in high school. I would literally go to Hollister and walk out with like 4 perfumes, clothes, Macy's, stealing makeup. Really like kind of scary how good I was at it, that like my friends would literally employ me to steal these things. I realized I had a problem though when I went to what's it called? The Michael's craft store.
Oh no.
And I was like into scrapbooking at this moment.
Oh god.
So I ended up walking out with like $500 worth of paper. So that's when I realized like I might need to stop this. This is a ridiculous thing to steal.
Paper.
Yeah, so that's something I was incredibly good at. I think I was like Aladdin in a past life or something, because the level at which I could steal stuff, and I've never ever was caught, was really insane. And I'd always like make friends with the cashiers too. Like I would like be stealing stuff and like talking to everybody
God, you're
at the store. They were
sick.
my freaking best friend.
You're
so.
sick. You got Michael's for $500. Why does Michael's seem like just such a genuine store, dude? And especially like the coupons they give out. I don't know if you know this. This is some random shit. If you need to buy stuff at Michael's, you can get it for free because of the coupons they have on the internet. I don't know if it's coupons or coupons, so I'm going to say both. I hate words like that. But you got Michael's? I get Hollister. Who's not stealing from Hollister? Everybody had that friend that was getting Hollister for like $200 every weekend. They had the little magnet that would take the sensors off. Everybody had that friend. You're like, that's sketch, but can you get me a polo? That's sketch, but I need some cargos for spring break. And it's so dark in Hollister. It's like, come on, man. You're not going to see this shit. And it was so expensive and everybody wanted it. Like, nah, my parents weren't buying me a Hollister. We had to get that from the streets. So hood, dude. Most ghetto guy ever. Most hood guy ever stealing Hollister stuff. Oh, shit. But you would steal perfume. Oh, yeah. Everybody had a guy that would steal perfume tester bottles too. And put them in I had a friend that would come to school with a duffel bag full of like cologne and perfume tester bottles. And I was like, bro, like, can you just like at this point, just get a job, you know? People that are doing all that reselling shit. Oh, I bought it for $3 and I flipped it and sold it for $15. I'm like, just get a job. Just get a job. That's too much math. Too much math. Too much work. Just get it. Too much shipping and handling. Just get a job, dude. Just get a job. $500 worth of paper. I know, but like that shit at Michael's is like, can I just steal this? It's fucking paint for $13. Can I just steal it? Please? Please. I feel like they'd be like, yeah, just go. All right. Can you take me higher? She said she felt like Aladdin in a past life. I can show you the world, but first I have to steal $500 worth of paper and maybe some perfume at a department store. That's my grandma's favorite place. I have to steal some polos from Hollister. It's really dark in there. How are they gonna fucking tell anyway? I steal everything from the mall cause my parents are real poor. A whole new world. You walk to your car, you just have all your shit. A dazzling place in front of you. I'll steal anything from anywhere. I'm 16 and I go to a private school. Every single person I know. I'm sorry, that's every person I know. Let's keep going. I can show you.
One time I drove all the way from IU to northern Indianapolis drunk as hell because I got locked out of my sister's house and I had nowhere else to stay. This was like at 3 a.m. too.
Damn it, I want to know who that is. Oh, God, that's so risky, dude. Drunk as, you know, when you're drunk and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't even talk. He was like, I gotta go home. Dude, there are some people that are just the people that drive drunk, you know? Oh, my God. What a bunch of soldiers they are. Bless their hearts. Everybody's got the guy. Yeah, I mean, we gotta leave, but we got fucking Ryan here. Like, we're leaving. Yeah, we've been drinking, but bro, Ryan. And he's always down. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got one of these fucking friends that's a piece of shit. Ryan. Drunk ass Ryan. Yeah. He's hey, you know what he says? He's better when he's drunk. So like everybody knows him. That's risky, dog. See, when I have too much to drink, I get so tired, bro. I would fall asleep at the wheel for sure. One time my uncle got arrested. Or no, I think it's because I saw him and he's just like an older dude, you know? Like a 60-year-old uncle. He stopped at a stop sign and he was so tired that he just stayed at the stop sign and fell asleep. And the cops like, we're thinking about taking him in. And he was like, no, I was just tired. They thought he was drunk and shit. He's like, no, I'm just really sleepy. I can relate. You ever been so tired you fall asleep at a red light because it's taking way too fucking long? I almost set my alarm at red lights. 13 seconds. Bing, bing, bing. Okay, go. Like, can we know how long they are? How come the government isn't telling us how long red lights are? Because it's probably has anybody ever timed a red light? Bro, because there's one and I know where it is, bro. And it gets me for like a minute 30. I'm like, it might even be, sometimes I'm like, I've been here for 6 minutes. You ever been at a red light for so long, you put your car in park and you go to the trunk, get something out of the trunk and get back in your car. You're like doing shit. You're like doing household chores at your red light. Dude, I love the guy that gets out of his car at a red light and gets something out of the back and like fucking shuts the door real hard. But like in his head, he's like, fuck, 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 don't turn green, don't turn green, fuck, 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 don't. Because it's like embarrassing, dude. Because anytime somebody gets out of their car at a red light, you're like, oh shit, what's he getting? Damn, dude. I think it's about to turn green. You better hurry. You know, you like put money down. It's like a game. In his head, he's like, don't look stupid, don't look stupid, don't look stupid, don't look stupid. It is a nice feeling, though, when you get out of your car, get some in your back seat, bring it in the front seat, shut the door, put the car in drive, put your seatbelt on, the light's like, you're like, ha ha. Sorry, ladies. It's always some dumb shit you take out of your trunk, too. A bag full of dirty clothes, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to get this out later, but this red light's taking too long. I'm going to go get it right now. Or when you got to get out of the car and shut a door. You either get out of the car, open the door and shut it and get back in your car, or you do it from in your car. And you're like, you do that weird thing where you got to put your hand like all the way back, all awkward in your car. And you got to like, so stupid. Let's keep going.
So back when I was 16, I had my license for about a week. And you know, high school, we all we all make some questionable decisions. Well, this one was up there for sure. I had my license. I'm pretty confident it was literally like around 6 days or so, and I had just been loving all the freedom. So I took my car.
I feel like this is gonna get really bad.
On one of the nearby highways, and I'm driving. I'm just having a good time. I may or may not have brought a little weed with me. Now it was a more discreet form, so there was no smell or anything, but I was definitely high. I should not have been behind the wheel of a vehicle, let alone driving the way I was driving. Let me just tell you, I was driving 100 miles an hour. It was like 10 p.m. I was driving 100 miles an hour, weaving through traffic. I thought I was playing GTA. I felt invincible. I thought I was playing a video game. And technically, I got caught, but I didn't get in trouble. I got pulled over.
Oh, no.
But he was on his way to like some other call, and so he just gave me a warning, and I got away scot-free.
Yo, that was a good one, man. The way you led into that voice message was nice. But usually when you drive high, don't you drive like 12 miles an hour? That's crazy. That cop really did give you a break, dog, because you can smell weed. You can smell weed, especially cops, dude. They know. But I've done that. It was in high school, and it was like we're about to graduate the next day. And we all like smoked, and I was like, you know, I've hit it before, but like I'll like do it again, whatever. Like it didn't really do anything. Dude, and this time, oh my God. I was driving my mom's car, and I pulled it, and we're all on the same level. We're not like being dangerous. We're just super like, yo. And we pulled up at a gas station. We couldn't get the gas pump in the gas like thing in her car for maybe 50 minutes. I was like, dude, I just think it's like a German made car. Like, I don't really think the American like gas pumps fit in here. Like we're at that point where we're like, bro, we just got to go to a different gas station. And we finally got it in, and we were driving like 10 minutes away, and it felt like every single red light was just, it took 20 minutes to get to every single light. It was the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I don't know what it was, but it was, I mean, we were driving safe, dude. We weren't even listening to music. We were just like, when you can't find the fucking, you can't put the gas pump in the gas hole, gas tank. It took so long. So long. That's what I'm talking about. Like when people are like, yeah, I like to smoke and go out. Yeah. It makes me more chill. I like to smoke and like play basketball, you know? I can't smoke ever and do anything. I have to smoke and then lay on the floor for 12 hours. Like if I smoke and do anything in daylight, people are like, is he okay? Let's keep going.
Now, my friend and I, this was not this past summer, but the summer prior. We were in high school, super hardworking Kroger employees. I mean, no sober shifts.
Shut up.
We got just the minimum amount of work done. We were fucking around the entire time. It was great. Now,
Everybody's
our
had that
other
one.
thing that made us such hardworking Kroger employees was the amount of theft. There was that summer in particular, I remember late June, we get towards July, there's fireworks everywhere. Now, the security at this Kroger was so bad that every shift we grabbed the $100 boxes of fireworks and just walked out.
Oh my God.
We had stolen probably a good $1,500 worth of fireworks by the 4th of July. And granted, we could have sold them and got a bunch of money and split it, but
No.
what's more fun is a bunch of teenage boys with a lighter and fireworks.
Yes.
What
Let 'em
wasn't fun
fly,
was
baby.
the second-degree burns I had after.
Part of the deal, babe. Part of the deal. You steal. Fuck. He wanted to so bad, but he didn't. Steal fireworks from Kroger, and that is my style. I'm not a guy that steals and resells. I steal for me. I steal 20,000 fireworks. It's going to be a wild fucking night, dude. We're lighting all of them. I'm not selling fireworks. Who's buying them? Who's buying this? When I do pranks and little violations and steal stuff, it's all for me and for nobody else. And everybody's got that job when they're growing up that they're just bad people at. The job that you just abuse when you're in high school, everybody had it. I worked at a retail store in the mall. Yo. Retail's crazy. Retail and restaurant, kind of the same thing. Restaurant's definitely worse, but kind of the same thing. Like if you don't work at retail or a restaurant growing up, you don't know shit. And for some reason, that's all the places I wanted to work. I was like, it'd be so cool to work at a shoe store in the mall. Like I looked up to those guys. Dude, those are my role models as a kid. I'd walk in the Greenwood Mall and be like, fuck, I want to be that guy that works at Champs. God damn, that guy at Foot Locker's so cool. Like he just knows everything about shoes. That's so lit. When he would help me, I'd be like, oh, we got the cool guy. That was me. I turned into that guy. I didn't really abuse anything there, but one time, it was just me and all my friends that worked at Champs. And one time our stereo system went out, or like they weren't. This is the craziest thing to me ever. So on Christmas Eve, or no, December 23rd, the mall in my town would stay open 24 hours. And I was like, that's my dream, first of all. Like when they changed the mall hours to stay open longer. So at Christmas, you leave the mall at like 11 p.m. and shit. That's cool. It's like being in places that aren't usually open, but they're still open. That's crazy to me. Like, you know, when you go back to your school for like the Christmas program and you're there at like 8 p.m., you're like, and everybody's there and they're all wearing like different clothes, dude. I thought that was crazy. I was like, damn, dude, we're really in here. We're really doing this. I've never seen her wear shit before. You know, like you see how your friends look. You see it. Or like, I guess it happened in high school too. On some weird late night shit, there'd be like a dance in high school is wild. When they had the dance in the gym. You'd be like, I can't believe we're at our school right now. But that's how it was. Like the mall was open 24 hours. So I was like, dude, people are going to be in the mall at 5 a.m., 3 a.m. And our playlist stopped working. Like, because we kind of played some bangers. I worked at Champs in the Greenwood Park Mall. Talk to me nice. So lame. I worked at Champs in the Greenwood Park Mall, and it was the best job I've ever had, dude. It was so cool. You get to wear whatever shoes, cargo shorts, and just like almost like a jersey type thing over the top. Like, you know how basketball players have their jerseys on, and then during warm-ups, they have like a warm-up shirt on over the top? That's what we had. I was like, oh, this is cool as fuck. When I got that job, dude, it was like I got drafted into the NFL. The boss called me, and he's like, hey, how do you feel about working a shift at Champs tomorrow? And I was like, oh my God. I like felt like I was like on camera and shit. I was like kissing my friends next to me. I like called my dad after. He was like, dude, Like, hey, it's not the Lions, it's Brian from the Greenwood Park Mall. Like, chill, bro. I was like, yeah, but like, like that was my dream. But our playlist stopped working, and it was December 23rd, and we were open 24 hours. So we in Pandora was lit at that point in time. So I was like, and like the manager wasn't there because he was like with his family or something. And we had like a couple like general manager people. I don't know how the fuck whatever. But they were like in charge, but not in charge. But they're like, they had like the late shift. And I was like, yo, you care if I throw something on Pandora? And we were just banging Rick Ross. And like, you know, they'd throw in like other songs too on Pandora, like that match Rick Ross. So like there'd be some Lil Wayne. There'd be like some Young Jeezy and shit. Oh my God. It was might have been the best night of my life. People would come in and be like, oh, dude, just, it was crazy. And, yeah, we just played pranks on each other in there. That was fun too. Like, you know, like there's little things like, you know, the shoe on the wall in a shoe store has like the shoe form in it. It's called a shoe form. Can't tell if I worked in retail or not. But you put it in the shoe so it like makes it look like, you know, your shoes look like this. But you put the shoe form in, it's like, fuck. In the shoe, there'd be like a big box of shoe forms in there. And my friend was like, yo, I need a shoe form for that like Air Force One on the wall. Can you grab one real quick? And I was like, yeah. And I went back in the back, and there's a box of shoe forms, and I got the shoe form and just put the whole thing in my ass. And I gave him the shoe form, and I was like, yo, does that smell weird to you? Like, I got it from the box with all of them. He was like, what the fuck? And to this day, I was like, I just don't know. I don't know what it was, man, but put it in there, I guess. Like, he was like putting it on his nose and shit, dude. Just work ass all over. It felt kind of good too. When it was in my butt, I was like, oh, it's like smooth and like kind of cold. And now it's on my co-employee's face. Let's keep going.
Oh, I've got another really good one for you. I know I've done like 3 of these, but this one, oh man. So my
God, I love how into it he is.
friend and I, we were leaving our usual smoke spot, and he was driving. We got to go down this long ass gravel road. This dumbass was driving like 60. I was like, hey, you should maybe dial it back a little bit. He was like, no, it's cool. I was like, all right, I'm not driving, so there's nothing I can do here.
Yeah.
We hit a bump, and we come down, and all of a sudden we just like lose traction. The car starts barrel rolling. We're going 60, windows down, no seatbelt on. This guy has a dab pen in one hand, steering wheel in the other. We are barrel rolling.
No
we barrel
way.
roll into a ditch full of sharp rocks at the bottom.
No.
Right off the side of the road. It was insane. We were upside down. I remember he literally sat there for a second and he just goes, oh shit. That was his entire reaction. So we get out and he's got an 8th of weed in the trunk, and he goes and hides it under a boulder like a good 20 yards away.
Nice.
And we walked back to his house, and we never got caught. We went back, we found the dab pen, we found the 8th of weed, and we were good. I'll send you a picture of the car if you want. It was bad.
Yo, I need that picture. How come for some reason I've always wanted to barrel roll in a car? It looks kind of like fun. You got your seatbelt on, it never collapses. And just to land upright, probably because I've seen that Ace Ventura video, you know, where it's like perfect. And he's like a glove. Dude, that is like I think that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, you just got one thing that you're like, all right, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. When he fucks around, barrel rolls that Jeep Wrangler in the parking lot and lands it perfectly in the spot and gets out. He's like, oh my God. Like a glove. Funny, hands down, funniest thing I've ever seen. Everybody's got, and you can disagree, but like that's just my like that's fucking hilarious to me. That's my sense of humor in 30 seconds or whatever, however long it took. That might be a good question. What's the thing that you think is the funniest thing ever? That is, I will like I saw that. I think I was watching that on a plane, and I think I rewound it like 26 times. Yeah. Jesus Christ, so stupid. Also, funniest thing I've ever seen in my life when I think it's on Billy Madison, obviously, because that's like my sense of humor. You guys get it. But if that's not your sense of humor, like what if you're not laughing at that? I don't even think I want to talk to you. But when that dog's on TV and he's like, "Speak for yourself, moron," and then it cuts back to Adam Sandler. He's like, "That's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life." He goes, "Oh my God, that is funny." All right, that's another thing. Okay, shut up. I'm going to stop talking about movies because no one knows what I'm talking about. But those are the two funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, dude, I need the picture of the car. Send that in. Send that in. I need like I guess you could send in. I have an email address for this podcast. I have no idea what it is. But you guys could send, I just do it on Patreon. Send that pic on Patreon. But first you got to subscribe for $5 every month. Yeah, dude, that's a nice story. And I hate people that are like, "I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're healthy. I'm glad there are no scratches or cuts and you got out alive." Like, nah, bro, you knew what you were getting into. Lit that you went back and got the weed though under the rock. That made me think, like, you ever find like a weird like alcohol or like weed or like something weird in a weird spot? It's because somebody had to stash it because they're getting in trouble. Like one time, our whole entire football team, we were poor, and we were all 15 years old, our freshman team, and the varsity practice at the high school, we had to take a bus to a park and practice at the public park. It was just the worst shit ever. Like, it was hot, dude. We were on a school bus, like after school, like so cheap. And like there'd be people playing like soccer at the park while we were playing football, like organized team football at the park. There'd just be random people there and shit. We pulled up one Saturday morning, dude. One Saturday morning. If you know, you know. And on the side of this porta potty was just the pinkest dildo. Like, how much better does it get? To a bunch of 15-year-old dudes that don't want to be at practice on a Saturday morning, there's a pink dildo and we're 15. Like, bro, even the coach was like, all right, that's funny. But somebody had to stash and dash, babe. Let's keep going. I love this question. Thank you, fam. Yes. And like, yeah, we're not going to get in trouble for this, so don't worry about it.
First off, if the feds are out there watching or listening,
see,
I had no intentions of committing a crime.
Like, we don't know who this is, too.
So I was asked to do a job called package forwarding, which itself is legal. Basically, it involves international shipments. And, once they get here, they often rely on people to forward them from there. And it was supposed to pay weekly. And I got all these like weird ass packages and I was supposed to check them. And it was all like mostly clothing and like some electronics, and I had to take pictures of them. And, they all looked to be in their original packages. They looked like normal packages. And I just had these, delivery slips that I had to put on there, and, off we go. And they were calling me every day And then suddenly one day, this website stopped working where I got the work from. The number didn't work anymore. And so I got scammed. But I did get 2 more packages. I got a GoPro and I got a drone.
Thanks.
You bet I fucking sold that shit. And damn it.
Wait, is there more? Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. See, I would have kept it. I'm a bitch who keeps stuff. I don't like selling stuff. That was a dad ass cough, but there's more to this voice message. Here we go.
I might have accidentally sent half of the message, so I don't want to repeat all of it. I'll just say I briefly did this job called package forwarding.
Oh, yeah, run it
That's
back.
exactly what it sounds like. And at the end of 1 week of doing this, their website stopped working. Their phone number stopped working.
Nice. You're in the clear.
And I had no money, but I did have 2 more packages come, and I had nothing to do with them. So I fucking sold them. It was like a drone and a GoPro, and I got a little bit of money for them. So it actually kind of worked out.
Dude,
but
I bet you got like 7.
there could have been drugs in it. I have no clue. I mean, at minimum, they committed a crime against me and didn't give me any money.
True.
But I mean, I literally don't know what was in them. I looked. I mean, they looked like they were in their packages, but I guess technically I don't know. So I might have sent drugs accidentally without knowing it, and I might have sold them accidentally without knowing it. So yeah, beware of a job called package forwarding, because it's not like the kind I used to do in college. Stop.
This guy. Hey, for those who haven't been listening, at the end of every voice message, my homie here hits a Johnson line. And if you know anything about my dumbass, that's some content I do. There's a character named Johnson who's always drunk and makes stupid jokes, stupid dad jokes, but are ironically kind of funny. No girls think it is, but every dude does. And yeah, so some people say those at the end of voice messages, and we'll just be like, this guy, if you've never listened to this podcast before, and chances are you do. So, bro, for a while, people would come up to me and just be like, this guy. That shit was so crazy. It would never be a girl, though. Girls don't understand. Like, we know it's not funny. We know it's not funny. But it's that everyone knows that guy that's like, oh, yeah. You heard of package forwarding? All right, here we go.
Okay, so in high school, me and my friends were quite literally little teeny bopper delinquents. And we would go around people's houses like really late at night to see what garages were left open.
Oh.
And sometimes these garages were like only slightly left open, I assume for like their cat or something. But anyways, we would literally crawl underneath their garage doors, check their fridges to see
Crazy. You little
if
rats.
they had any alcohol that we could steal. So, yeah, I have probably done that countless times. And to this day, I've never been caught. So, yeah.
She's still doing it. Bro. Garage hopping? My dumbass. I think I told this story on the These Guys podcast with me and Joey Molinaro. It drops every Tuesday. But I garage hopped my neighbor. And it wasn't even legit. Like, he was like, yo, we were seniors in high school and we like can't drink, obviously. My neighbor's having a party and we're like, he's cool. So we're like chilling and we're like, maybe we can, and the party's over and we're still up and we go in his garage and we take his beer. And I'm like, he won't care. Like, we'll just, whatever. Like, that's my dog. And then obviously it was us. And I'm thinking like, we'll just take like 8, 8. He probably won't even notice. We'll just take 8. And this cooler's packed. Bro, and we just have a good time, whatever. Next day rolls around. He knocks on the door and he's like, dog, you guys drank all of the beer in the cooler. I know it was you. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, how many did we take? Like 10? There's only like 4 of us here. Bro, we drank 80 beers. And this is the worst part. Guy who's been sick for 3 weeks. We threw, like, I didn't know what to do with the beer bottles. So like, my dumb ass, I threw them all in our neighborhood pond. I was like, because who's going to know? Like, I would drink a beer and throw it 60 yards in the air and it would just land in a pond. I'd be like, yep, got another one. And it started to like become a game. And it was just the funnest thing we've ever done. And the next morning, neighbor's mad at me. I owe him like $300 in beer. And I look in the pond and all the bottles are just fucking floating at the top. You can just see 80 beer bottles in a pond. I'm like, fuck. And eventually they just like sank down to the bottom. But I was like on eBay looking for like scuba suits because I was going to go in there and get all the bottles because I was so scared. God, guy that won't stop overreacting. All right. God, I'm dumb. That's it, dude. The crime you committed that you should have been caught for but weren't. You guys are crazy. I love that. I love that question. Wait, whoa, hold on. I thought of a couple different ones. Espresso question of the week, possibly. And you ever clear your throat like that? Me neither. Guy who's been sick for 4 weeks. Have you ever been scammed? How? What's the funniest thing to you ever? Like a glove? Funniest thing ever. Don't know why. It just is. Dear Diary. I'm starting to like, we got some segments, dude. Dear Diary. And this is when I tell you some stupid shit I did. Actually, first let's do this. Show and tell. Did you guys see this shit? Dear Diary, I went to the CW's FY Island season premiere. And cringe moment of the week. I don't know why I thought this. I don't think this looks bad. Am I tripping? Bro, I thought this was the fit. I was like, yo, I'm sad. Dude, I when I tell you I've been saving that polo for a year for something. And it was this. Look how bad this picture is. Like my first Getty Images picture, and it looks like I have a condition. Cringe moment of the week. I don't know how to take pictures. And I didn't think that fit was that bad. I'll fight for that fit to this day. But Jesus Christ, show and tell, that was my outfit. Why'd I go to the premiere? Just because they invited me. And I've been getting shows and doing shows and coming out to LA. And I'm like, why wouldn't I go? Why wouldn't I go to that? But boy. And there was a lot of people there that I didn't expect to be there. And it was extremely overwhelming. Holy shit. Nikki Glazer was there. Louise Bernard was there. All the boys from the past seasons. I'm like, you guys know everything about me. All the producers. I was like, yo. Because like it's weird on reality TV. You just like tell them everything. You have to. You can't beat around the bush. And it's like this. It's an interview like this, and they'll just ask you like some real shit about your life, and you got to be like, well, I mean, I'm here, so like I'll just tell you. They know everything. And I'm not a person that can like hide stuff. I don't know why, but I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm sending. Cringe moment. I know there's been like 15 cringe moment of the weeks, but I kind of can't think I don't think we can get enough of cringe moment of the week. It's kind of it. I was at the airport coming to LA. And I thought I was smart, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mobile. There's a huge line at Starbucks. And I was like, I'm going to mobile order Starbucks at the airport. This is some territory I've never stepped in. Like, I'll mobile order, but to a normal Starbucks, I'll do that. And I'll do it to the one that I live on top of because, like, I just know what's going down there. Like, if it doesn't show up, I think it's kind of a liability to mobile order because I'm like, something's going to happen. But if it does, if the coffee doesn't show up in mobile order, like I can to the Starbucks downstairs, I can be like, yo, come on. You guys know me. Come on. And they can like hook it up. So I did it at the airport and I was like, this line's too long. I'm going to mobile order and see what's up. And the first thing that came to my phone was like Terminal A Starbucks. I was like, this has to be it. Boom. Order everything. 2 venti. This is my Starbucks order when I'm down bad. Yeah. 2 venti Pike Place with light ice in each because the coffee's too hot. The coffee's too hot. Starbucks coffee. Who's drinking? Who can drink that off the rip? You have to wait till Thursday to drink it. So I'm like, throw some ice in there so I can drink the coffee. What are we doing? Then I'm like, I'm starving. I haven't eaten all night. 2 breakfast sandwiches. I think I got the Impossible. No, I got the turkey Canadian bacon one. It's pretty good. You guys know what I'm talking about. Starbucks food is like gross, but it's good. It feels like it was made from a 3D printer, but I'm like, all right. I'm still going to smash. Order 2 of those. And at one point I was eating only Starbucks food in my life for maybe a week. And I see this lady who's like kind of like frantically like looking like she's a newbie with a mobile order too, and she's like, oh shit. She's like kind of like, where's my stuff? She's like big mom type, big mom vibes, like, oh my god, like kind of a Karen a little bit. And I'm sitting back chilling. I got my coffees waiting for my sandwiches, and they slide 2 little crispy bags up there. And this mom just straight swipes my food. I know it was mine. I got at Starbucks by a mom. And I'm not the guy that's going to be like, hey, you took my, because I'll do that and it won't be my shit. And I'll look like an idiot. But I didn't confront her. I was just like, take it. Even though it says Benedict on there. Get out of here. And I didn't say shit to her. I was just like, just go. And then guess this is the cherry on top. I order 2 more breakfast sandwiches at Starbucks because I'm like, whatever, got to take the L. Suck it up. Still starving. Order 2 more sandwiches. Order them to a wrong location. Ordered them to the Starbucks on Southport Road. I was like, what the fuck? So then I was like, I don't deserve any food. I'm an idiot. Cringe moment of the week. All right, let's do days of the week and then we can fuck off. Oh my God. Dude, new podcast room. How are we feeling about it? I can jazz it up a little bit, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Put a plant back there. Yo, maybe I take the green like moss from my wall and put it back there. Just saying. If you have ideas, let me know in the comments. What should I do this podcast room? Thursday. National Kentucky Day. Ooh, I got one for this. One time I did a show in Louisville. I don't know how to say it. I just say it like it's spelled, babe. I did a show in Louisville, and I have this joke about Midwestern girls, and I thought that Kentucky was in the Midwest the whole time I was saying the joke. And this was for 5 shows. Like, didn't learn from my mistakes for 4 entire shows. And every time I was like, why is this joke not fucking working? It usually like does okay. At the least. I was like, because we're in the Midwest, right? You know what I mean? Like on stage. So cringy. Not in the Midwest. Wow, I'm an idiot. National Seafood Day. I'll eat the shit out of some salmon. I had airport salmon. There's a slapfish at LAX. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm the only one that does this, but like when I order food and it has like salmon, it's like a salmon salad. I'm like, I need triple salmon. How come no one's like, just give me the food? Everything's so dainty. I'm like, I need double every single meat and chicken and fish. I need triple and double. Like I'm hungry as fuck. Imagine just getting a salad with the amount of chicken that just comes on it. I'd be like, all right. And thanks for the snack. Friday, National Chicken and Waffles Day. I think that's one of those weird things that was like an accident and it ended up being good. Because who's like, I'd put chicken on these waffles? It just doesn't seem, it seems like a very high idea. Or someone just accidentally dropped some chicken on some waffles and they're like, "Oh fuck!" Like at a waitress or a server back in the day, some guy had waffles and one guy had chicken, and they fell off the plate, and the guy was like, "I'll eat it," and then it ended up being a whole entire movement. I've just never been that hungry for it. I'm like, I need one or the other, not both. Like one time we went to a Mexican seafood restaurant and I was like, I like Mexican food and seafood, but not together. That's what I feel about those. Youth Confidence Day, National Youth Confidence Day. You know how much I had zero confidence ever as a youth. Dude, how embarrassing was it just going to school when you were a kid? I was so embarrassed every day, dude. The most embarrassed ever. What's it going to be today? Every time I walked into school, I kind of forget now, but what's it going to be today? Walk in the door, 4th grade. What's it going to be today? What are you guys going to get me for today, dude? Can I just live my life? Everybody was frying my ass. I was like, oh, can I do anything? Can I do anything? I can't spike my hair. Is that spiking my hair is in? Officially, it's in. The boy bands do it. The cool people on TV do it. I spike my hair, bro. Just an uproar. No confidence. Get smart about credit day. I'll never be smart about credit. I have no idea what's happening. I'm just like, if I have enough money, I'm going to have enough money. That's my credit thing. Like if I had a financial advisor, they'd be like, what? And I'm like, dude, like as long as I have enough money, then I have enough money is my thing. It's not going to be much. It might be sometimes. It might not be at all sometimes. But like, as long as I have enough money in my shit, then I'm just going to buy stuff. And then I'm going to figure out a way to get more. I don't know. He's going to die in one day. Saturday. Whole hog barbecue day. Whole hog barbecue day. Can't talk. I was invited to a hog roast one time and I was like, I feel like that's like against my religion or something. Like that just seems like unethical. Like you ever see those guys like peeling a lizard on Twitter and they grill it and eat it? I'm like, are you allowed to do that? Some of those people that eat like crocodiles, I'm like, I don't really think that's allowed at all. Like, you can just kill any animal and eat it. They're like, crocodile tastes good. It's that sweet meat. I'm like, ugh. Have you seen it? Like, you ever see a chicken? You see a chicken, you're like, I'm eating that. You know, a chicken looks like something you could eat. This is getting weird. But a crocodile? Fucking ew. But you see a chicken? Big ass chest. I'm like, yeah, who's not eating that thing? But a crocodile? I'm like, you're going to eat the devil? Weird. Don't get it. Pumpkin cheesecake day. Oh. I love pumpkin shit, but my dad ruined pumpkin cheesecake for me. Because every single Thanksgiving when I was growing up, my dad thought it was so baller to buy an entire pumpkin cheesecake from Olive Garden and bring it to my grandma's house. And he'd like gas it up, and we're like he made it. Every single year, hey, got the pumpkin cheesecake in the trunk, B. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And then like during Thanksgiving, he'd like pitch it. He'd be like, you get some of that pumpkin cheesecake. I'd be like, you didn't invent it. Stop acting like you invented pumpkin cheesecake. And you're definitely not the first person to know about it either. He's like, get you a slice of that. I'm like, you have nothing to do with it. You just brought it. You overpaid for it and you brought it to a family party. But goddamn, that shit slaps. The way to have that in my mouth right now, pumpkin cheesecake, I think I'd have a seizure. You ever eat something that's so good, you're like, damn, I haven't lived in a while. Like one time I went to I was in college for football and we were like training real hard and shit, and we were doing 2 days and I was just eating chicken every day and just like the plainest, beigest things. And one day my friend like from another like came in town and he's like, yo, let's go to Dairy Queen. And I was like, all right, go to Dairy Queen. I get this dude. I ate the Blizzard and I like got tingles in my back and shit. And I was like, I don't live. I need to live a little bit more, you know? You ever have one of those experiences? That's what, if I ate pumpkin cheesecake right now, I'd get the tingles. Your boy would get cold. Sunday, National Make a Dog's Day. Dogs do some crazy shit and we always just let it slide. And I get it, they're cute, but like sometimes like just I hate it when a dog does something stupid and like ruins something and eats something and just destroys a house or a kitchen. Like, you ever see those videos on the internet where a dog just like rips up a whole entire couch and it's just fucked and there's like pudding everywhere and the owner's like, oh, I'm like, no, like discipline the dog. I don't know how, but like, that's not cute. Oh my God, he looks so sad. I'm like, dude, that dog's kind of a piece of shit right now. Don't be all happy with him. But he is still kind of cute. Nut day. Sunday, nut day. Fuck. Don't let me be around a bowl of nuts. I'll go off. A bowl of nuts? Give me a bowl of nuts in 1 hour. Bye! I don't even care what nuts they are, dude. Nuts are all so goddamn good. Well, every nut can go. Every nut can get it. Give me a bowl of nuts in 1 hour. Ta-ta for now. Gone. I've never had a bad nut. All right, that's it, yo. I got a show tonight at the Hollywood Improv. You guys should slide if you're in LA. I'll post it on my Instagram. New podcast setup. Kind of nervous, but we did our thing. Love you, fam. Thank you for the voice messages. You guys are always the best. They were slapping this week. They always do. Yeah, leave a comment on YouTube. Leave a rating review on Apple Pods. And the next episode of Espresso will be on Patreon only. So pay $5. Get on the Patreon. Get a live stream every Sunday. It's fam shit now, babe. You gotta join the fam. It's a Kiss Club. There's only one rule. We kiss each other every day. So, and we kiss me every day. We kiss me every day, obviously. I mean, that just goes, it's a blanket statement. Like, everyone's got one rule, and it's kiss me every day. That's how it should be. So, thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Fuck.